To you live and uninterrupted. Besides the fact that I have baby Victor here in the background, he'll say hello when he is ready. Ladies and gentlemen, the world teeters once more on the edge of confrontation as the drums of international tension thunder louder by the hour. Out of Washington, the President of the United States, Donald Trump, has issued a sharp and swift ultimatum to the Russian Federation. End the war in Ukraine within 10 to 12 days or face a storm of punishing consequences. Once a 50-day deadline, now compressed to less than 2 weeks, the message is clear. The era of hesitation has ended and the clock is ticking. The Kremlin has not taken this warning lightly. Former Russian President Dmitry Medvedev, a close ally of Vladimir Putin, declared in no uncertain terms that this so-called, quote, ultimatum is a direct provocation, a threat, he says, that places the United States and Russia on a dangerous path to war. The rhetoric has turned cold and sharp, echoing tones not heard since the darkest days of the Cold War. From the capital city of Moscow to the fortified bases of Kursk and Milarova, Russia is not retreating. It is fortifying. Satellite imagery shows newly constructed protective shelters for aircraft, hardened, hidden, and ready for endurance. Ukrainian strikes have battered Russian supply lines and depots, yet Moscow remains defiant, escalating missile campaigns, retaliating with deadly precision. Meanwhile, Ukraine braces as Russian bombs rain down upon civilian structures. A maternity hospital in Dnipro, a training camp in Zaporizhia towns and cities reduced to ash and agony. The price of resistance is rising, yet Ukraine stands firm, bolstered by foreign aid and the enduring will of its people. But this, dear listeners, is no longer just a war in Eastern Europe. This is a global chessboard, and every move brings us closer to something far greater than regional strife. Russia has turned eastward, embracing tighter military coordination with China and North Korea, conducting joint drills and welcoming new forms of support. Reports suggest that North Korean soldiers may already be operating inside Russian-held territories, a silent signal that alliances are forming quietly but decisively. The question is no longer whether tensions will grow. They already have. The question now is how far the world is willing to let them go. And here at home, yes, right here on the American mainland, we must not grow numb. A new kind of warfare is already among us. Not bombs, not boots on our shores, but cyber infiltration, energy disruption, surveillance, and psychological warfare. The hybrid battlefield knows no borders. The enemy may not knock on our front doors, but their shadows may already be on our power grids, our network, our skies. This is no call to panic. This is a call to awareness, preparedness, and unity. Every generation has its trial. Ours may be this, a cold march towards something hot, heavy, and history-making. We ask fellow citizens, don't just listen, take action, stay informed, subscribe now to this broadcast because knowledge is first defense. It is free, it is powerful, and it is what keeps this voice alive. Our goal is to reach 1,000 subscribers, not for fame and not for vanity, but because the more people know the truth, the stronger we are together. So press that button, share this message. Yes, I have baby Victor in the background as co-host, and let your family, your friends, and your neighbors know that you heard it first here. Not filtered, not spun, just the truth, raw and real. And until the next signal, this is War Notes. Please stay sharp, stay aware, and above all, stay free.